Take a good look. These women need our help. They were kidnapped, chain-like animals, tased, tortured, repeatedly raped, and possibly even murdered.
I mean, it literally is a scene from a horror movie.
The suspects, two sadistic brothers who mysteriously eluded capture.
We fielded tips all over the country.
In this Crime Watch Daily investigation, we speak to a survivor of this house of horrors.
I had no reason to think that I was going to live.
Now she's on a mission to uncover the identity of other victims and see that these predators never know another free day. Michelle Derrick was lost, a 19-year-old runaway.
I broke my mom's heart. I really did, but she was always there for me.
But nobody was there for Michelle late one Friday night when two monsters in a pickup truck snatched her off the streets in Portland, Oregon.
It turned to violence, him slapping me, restraining my hands, and I knew at that point that this was not gonna end well, and it didn't. And then he knocked on the back window between the canopy and the cab of the truck, and I didn't know if there was one person back there or so. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
What did you see?
Another individual came around and helped him restrain me. I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna die soon.
According to Detective Bruce Parks, the men taped Michelle's mouth shut, threw a pillowcase over her head, and chained her to the bed of the truck.
They had handcuffs, they had straps, they had eye bolts in the bed of this truck to bolt her down so she couldn't get away.
They were prepared.
They were prepared.
Does she have any idea how far she traveled in this truck?
No, she said
she was bolted down.
Yeah, and they were sexually assaulting her. One of them was in the back, was sexually assaulting her.
On the way.
On the way.
Michelle is led to a house, dragged inside a room, and chained to a bed. That's when they yank off the pillowcase.
When you're able to open your eyes and see the room in front of you, what is the first thing that stands out to you?
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because there's bars on the inside of the windows.
It's like a torture house.
Yes, it was a torture house.
When she wasn't chained to the bed, Michelle was bolted to the floor of a closet.
They really didn't speak a lot to each other. This was well rehearsed. And that didn't make me feel any better about my future.
The men sometimes wore eye masks, took Polaroids of their sexual exploits, and used a taser to control their prey.
So you don't know if you're gonna get electrocuted if you move too much. You don't know. You don't know if you're dying in that closet that day or the next day, or if they're gonna kill you in the closet. You don't know what's going on. You don't know where you are.
You were raped and you were sodomized.
Countless times, and other things too, things that I hope I never have to speak on. We will die with some secrets, because we have to.
After 7 agonizing days of sexual slavery, Michelle's nightmare comes to an abrupt end.
Why did they let her go?
We don't know. She actually felt that she was never going to be seen again. She thought she was dead. She was surprised when they threw her out of the car on the street corner, like garbage, but that's what they did.
Michelle ran to police and revealed the terrible details about her living hell. But remember, she was essentially blindfolded and had no idea where she was held captive or who her captors were.
Michelle ended up being put in that room, and they had a litter box in there for a bathroom for her. It was just disgusting.
A litter box?
Yes, it was disgusting. And then when they'd pull her out and take her down to the bed and strap her down and do their nasty deeds, and then they'd put her back in the closet again.
Michelle told police everything she could remember. She even broke down and made a confession of her own.
I got involved in drugs, and then I started selling my body to support my addiction. And that's when my life really changed.
It also changed the way police looked at the case.
No one really took it seriously.
They didn't, and that was the thing.
She had been in trouble.
Yeah.
But one cop did take her seriously. Officer Harry Jackson, a veteran on the Portland Vice Squad.
I think she was telling me the story because I was out there every day, and
She felt like she could trust you.
yes, she felt she could trust me.
She said that she had been kidnapped by 2 young men who picked her up for a $30 car date. and then immediately imprisoned her, took her to a home, put a bag over her head, and held her captive for what she thought were 6 or 7 days, tortured her, tased her, raped her, and did what she called unspeakable things to her, which when you're having a frank conversation between a cop and a prostitute, that's saying something.
It was kind of hard to believe in the beginning of this happening. Didn't discard it, but I kind of filed that away because there was not much I could do because I was not a detective.
The situation, in a sense, scared you straight to the point to where you were not going back to that life again.
Yeah, it got me on the right path. Yeah.
While Michelle moved on trying to piece her life back together, the case appeared it may never be solved. Until another shocking tale of abduction and torture emerged, but this one with a twist. Up next, a victim's daring escape.
She used that rifle to break the window.
And cops make a blood-chilling discovery.
They're awful photographs. They're the kinds of photographs that are haunting.